Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to Chit Chat Session with me, Dona Angela Febriani. And our special guest today is Miss Afifah Wahyuningsih yang baru-baru ini bekerja sebagai guru di Thailand. Penasaran apa saja yang mau kita obrolin? Let's check it out! Oke, sekarang kita udah bersama Mbak Afifah nih guys. Mbak Afifah, hello.
Hai, hello. Ya,
Ya.
finally.
Apa kabarnya nih Mbak?
Ya, alhamdulillah, I'm fine, pretty good.
Aku sering nih ikutin kegiatan Mbak di Instagram. I am following all of your activity.
Really? Oh, thank you so much.
Oke Mbak, before we start our conversation, can you please talk about yourself?
Oke, langsung aja ya. Oke, sawadika.
Sawadika, ya guru Thailand nih guys. Sawadika.
Ya, sawadika. Oke, I think it's a pleasure to introduce myself. Okay, my name is Afifah Wahyuningsih. I am 24 years old, and then I'm graduated from Pegir Islam Per University, and then I currently teach in Thailand, and then as a foreign teacher. I think it's about myself maybe.
Oke, thank you Mbak Afifah udah memperkenalkan dirinya kita semua. Nah, jadi Mbak Afifah ini sempat sekampus bareng aku nih. Kita sempat ketemu ya Mbak ya, Mas Mbak Afifah di semester 8, aku di semester 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Oke, nah ini nih Mbak, biar yang lain nggak penasaran, what made you choose the English program nih Mbak?
Oh, why I choose an English program? I think one of the reason I choose the English study program because I think there is after becoming an English graduated, I think we cannot only just become as a teacher at the school, right? We can also just become tour guide and then translator and maybe something like that. I think jadi jangan takut kalau misalnya kalau milih bahasa Inggris tuh kita bisa fleksibel, bisa jadi apa ya, enggak sih? Bener nggak?
Bener banget. Oke nih, karena di perkuliahan pasti a lot of activities that we can do ya Mbak ya, termasuk kayak organisasi kayak.
Bener.
Terus apa nih organisasi yang Mbak Afifah ikutin pas lagi?
Waktu Mbak zaman kuliah during college, I joined the ESG organization. I think all of campus know about this organization, and then I think this organization is an interesting organization because I think I can practice my speaking English with my friend, and then I think there are so many other activities in ESG, right?
Iya, benar banget. Ada lagi nggak Mbak?
Iya, benar. Kayaknya kalau selain itu kayaknya I think I join Himagris. Ya, Himagris.
Oke. Oke. For the next question is what the achievements did you accomplish during your college years?
The achievement I achieved during college was I think the kampus mengajar program itu from the Kemendikbudristek, right? And then I think in 2022, I think 2022. I think sekarang Dana juga ikut kan program ini kan?
Iya benar Mbak. Aku angkatan 7.
Angkatan 7, kalau Mbak kemarin itu angkatan 3 ya, angkatan 3. Ya, itu adalah salah satu achievement yang Mbak ikuti selama kuliah gitu, yang Mbak dapatkan.
Oke, apa present? Oke Mbak. Kan Mbak sekarang ini ngajar di Thailand ya Mbak ya. What motivated you to teach in Thailand? Why Thailand gitu?
My motivation is that teaching in Thailand is, I think this is an extraordinary experience for me because by the teaching abroad, I feel different from my country, right? And then I learn a new culture and then new activities. I have opportunity to learn a foreign language, and then I can practice English well, maybe. Okay.
Apa sih Mbak the biggest challenge you face saat ngajar di Thailand? Karena kan kita tahu nih ngajar anak
Mhm.
kecil di Thailand itu kan pasti mereka lebih fluent in Thailand more than English.
I think as we know, teaching abroad is also equally interesting and then challenging. And then there are challenge that I experienced, such as I think as a being away from my family, my friend. I think this is a challenge for everyone, right? And then another challenge for me is a language barrier. As I told you before, my students that I teach is a kindergarten student, and then when I teach in the classroom, when I speak in English, I think they cannot understand. So that's why I need some teacher to be my translator, and then when I explain my material, they can help me to translate in Thai, English, and then Thai maybe. I think this is my challenge for me. And then another challenge for me is I have to learn a new culture. And then because the culture is so very different on my country, right? And then this is my challenge for me.
Kan when you said that you need the translator for your class, so do you do to continuously improve your teaching skills? Karena kan
I think
karena kan kita butuh translator Mbak ya, Mbak butuh translator. Nah, ada nggak sih metode yang Mbak buat atau ciptakan untuk membuat apa sih kayak alternatif gitu Mbak?
Ya, alternatif kalau nggak ada translator gitu, maybe the teacher don't understand what I say. Maybe, yeah. I think sometimes Mbak use the media like a picture maybe, and then like audio visual like a TV, like a television, and then I show when I teach, when I explain the material. So I think the kindergarten will understand. It's easier for kindergarten when I show the picture, when I show my flashcard, something like that. I think this is my alternative when the subject is science, maybe like a science. So the picture is not clearly in the book. So I will explain like a show, like where is the eyes? Where is your eyes? Like mereka tuh kayak kita harus gunakan juga budget ya saat mengajar. Jadi kayak Mbak sebagai alternatifnya yang show, use the body language like this is the eyes, and then these are the eyes, and then head, and then something. Mbak juga kadangan like sing a song maybe gitu aja ya. If I want to say stand up please, sometimes my student don't understand because the kindergarten one, mereka umurnya 3 years old. I think too young, right? And then to understand what I say, I think it's so difficult because that in Thailand, in English is not mother tongue, right? So mereka susah jadi kayak kalau Mbak bilang stand up please, so Mbak sambil show stand up like use my body language stand up, and then when I want to say sit down please, sit down gitu, maybe like that. And then like misalnya kayak butuh perhatian lebih ya, misalkan mereka lagi noisy banget tuh kan di kelas, jadi kan mereka kan something Mbak tuh hobi bilang kayak please eyes on teacher, okay, eyes on teacher, or something like that.
When we are in a chaos situation, when we not have enough time to talk to the translator, we just need the body language ya Mbak ya, kayak.
Yeah, exactly. I think the body language is important.
The difference between your activity in Indonesia and in Thailand.
Kalau di Indonesia lebih relax ya, lebih relax, yang we can quality time with my family or with my friend. But I think in here I use my time to work. It's every day I work. In the weekend I enjoy the weekend. Kalau weekend tuh bener-bener menggunakan waktu sebaik mungkin, karena apa? Selebihnya saya kan bekerja. Jadi kalau di sini saya ya gitulah, kalau weekend saya gunakan waktu sebaik mungkin kayak.
Okay nih Mbak, next, what is your opinion? What is the biggest advantage of having international work experience? Like, apa sih yang Mbak dapatkan setelah Mbak keluar negeri dan bekerja di negara orang?
In my opinion, I think there are several advantages to working international, such as I think I can adapting to new situation, and then this make me accept my own challenge, and then when I working in another country, I think you building an international network of a friend and then collegians, I think, and then the big of advantage I can like then I can speak Thai. Even
Okay.
I if only a few words and then sentence before that I don't speak Thai at all, and then I think this is an advantage for me. Yang kalau biasanya Mbak tuh cuma bisa dulu ya sebelum datang ke sini tuh kayak Mbak tuh cuma bisa kayak yang bilang sawadika,
Iya.
sawadika, itu aja nggak tahu bedanya Pak. But even
Okay, that's a big and priceless experience, I think ya Mbak ya. Ayo.
ya benar.
Mm-mm. Oke, menuju akhir nih Mbak, kita mau denger nih what the tips do you have for students who want to work as a teacher abroad like you?
There are some tips for me for becoming a teacher abroad, such as I think please improving your English speaking skill. Actually, I'm also still learning to speak English well. And then another tips for me is like invest your time in a professional development, and then searching kayak yang, dan juga sering apply di mana aja, kita nggak tahu ya rezeki di mana ya, jadi yang kayak sering-sering buka informasi dan sering-sering apply di sekolah-sekolah yang mana aja yang bersedia untuk menerima foreign teacher gitu. Yang pasti sih please improve your English speaking skill ya gitu ya, karena ya I think sampai sekarang kayaknya bahasa Inggris bukan hal yang ditakuti lagi ya, kayak yang semua orang harus bisa deh kayak gitu kan. Ya, I think only that.
Okay, thank you Mbak, because kita butuh banget bahasa Inggrisnya Mbak ya, bahkan setiap pekerjaan.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's the tips from Mbak Afifa. Jadi kita harus banyak-banyak improve our skills and also mencari banyak pengalaman walaupun sekecil pun tuh di-apply aja Mbak.
Benar.
Sekecil apapun, kalau memungkinkan di-apply aja. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Oke, Mbak Afifa, for the last nih, finally, can you please say something to mahasiswa bahasa Inggris yang lagi termasuk yang baru-baru juga nih, yang baru masuk juga, anak-anak semester 1 dan 2, dan juga untuk kami juga nih, termasuk untuk aku juga, lalu juga untuk adik-adik yang baru lulus SMA yang bingung nih mau masuk kemana.
Untuk adik-adik lah ya. Untuk adik-adik who are studying English education study program, I think please don't give up. And then when you feel like giving up, remember the reason why you start. So keep shining and then outstanding. And then for anak-anak SMA ya, and then for you student, why you should choose the English study program, because when you join study English, there are so many benefits you can achieve. So come on, join in English education study program at Unpari, okay? And then I think pokoknya don't give up, and then come on, join our English education study program.
Department. Okay, that's all for our interview. Thank you, Mbak Afifa. By the way, you look so pretty. I forget to say.
Really? Thank you so
makin cantik
much.
aja, ya. Okay, it's nice to see you and talk to you, even though it's just
Me too.
Thank you, Mbak. Selamat bekerja.
Bye-bye. Iya, bye-bye.
Oke.